It's the after the show. Precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get your skate every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
All right, baby. Welcome to Fat Tuesday. Feeling it today. Started off telling you I put on pants that I haven't worn in a while. I've put on a few LBs. They're a little snug today.
I like a little thicker Ralston.
Oof, yeah.
Shake that rump.
Yeah, I got to shave a few LBs off here. And then during the course of the show, I started off saying, yeah, I really need to cut back on some LBs. I eat a plate of spaghetti and a couple chicken wings. I mean, I never eat during the show. And of course, the day where I'm like, yeah, I got to really cut back. I'm like, oh, boy. I lose a punishment, got to eat a plate of spaghetti. And then we got one of our great sponsors, which I do love, chicken wings. And I had some actually yesterday. And typically what I do is, I do the ideal nutrition, but I do 12 meals a week. And so I'm good. That's what's helped me is that it's kind of like I have training wheels on my life. So I know if I'm just doing this, I'm good. It's just those outside the yonder.
When the universe brings you free chicken wings, though, you can't resist.
I know, and it's one of the ones, like I said, I used to, a couple things I still let chicken wings go. I know that if I was really being tight, I wouldn't do that, but you got to have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
It's the tortilla chips. I got a little crazy on that. Remember, I quit them for like a good 3-4 weeks, and then I kind of backslid a bit. And I'm like, I just got to tell myself permanently, goodbye. Can't do it.
You realize you are talking just fucking craziness. If you only knew what I ate last night, you'd go.
Yeah, I hear you
I'm
talking about
pussy.
house and a birthday cake by yourself. I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, well, I did walk like 9,000 miles, and I feel like I earned that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I got to move a little bit more, and like I said, I went to what had happened was I was kind of doing some home workouts there for a while, and then my schedule's always changing, and that's what's tough. I always get kind of thrown for a loop. Like everything was working out, I was getting a workout in the afternoon, and all of a sudden my wife changes the whole game. She's like, "Oh, okay, well you need to pick up Cannon in the afternoon." I'm like, "Oh man," so that just
damn.
There went that.
So wait, he's not doing the train anymore?
Well, he's doing it in the morning. Yeah, like I said, I'm the kind of person I need a rock solid schedule.
Me
pretty much
too.
every day because there's just so much that I have to do. I have to know that I'm on time always. My whole day is knowing, are you on time? Are you behind time? That's just what life is like for me. So whenever you throw a new schedule at me, I don't know. I can't answer that question. I'm like, I hope I'm on time. But it's just terrible when you're not. So that's what got when I had to start picking up Can in the afternoon. And so he's riding the train in the morning, and she gets him a lot of times in the afternoon. So, but now that he's got sports and all that, that throws everything off. So he's got a game tonight. So that's, back out the window.
Hopefully we'll get him off the bench and get into the game tonight. That'd be nice.
It'd be nice. Yeah, we'll see how it's going. So
let me know if I gotta, talk to the coach, see what's up. Coach Chicken Tender, coach to coach.
Okay.
Coach recognizes coach?
That's right.
Is that it?
That's how it goes, Virginia.
I would love to be a fly on the wall as you coach the coach.
I don't want nothing with that world anymore. It was such a big part of my world, and I left that part on the field, Virginia. The parents fucking killed that spirit.
Coach Chicken Tender's dead, kids.
You only will get zombie Coach Chicken Tender.
And no one wants to fuck with him.
No, he's drunk.
He's so angry.
He swears in front of the children.
He swears at the children.
Absolutely.
So I actually had Cannon at home on Friday, and I was like, okay, I don't have to go pick him up. He's already here because he had an ortho appointment. So I was like, let's go run off to the gym. Hadn't been to Busybody in a while.
Okay.
Popped in there. It was nice. It really was nice to get back in there. And so I hope to get into a schedule. The only problem that I have is because, by the time we get Cannon, he's got practice and all that. I wouldn't be able to get there until about 7 p.m. Have you ever tried to go to a gym And this is kind of, Busybody's kind of a serious gym. There are gyms, they're like, oh, it's nice, and we got lunk alarms. We don't want anybody grunting in here, and we have donuts and pizza for you at the front desk.
Right after your workout, here's some pizza. Oh, don't forget your cupcakes.
Yeah. And you're like, what?
What?
So what? So you have those kind of gyms. You have really expensive gyms. This gym they have in Guards now. Have you heard the story about that one, Virginia?
Oh,
It's
have I?
like $1 gazillion to join. It's
Magnolia.
crazy.
It's over by downtown at the Gardens.
My buddy has a membership to it.
Magnolia's friend has a membership, and she took her as a guest, and she said, Mom, it's like a spa and a gym and a retreat all in one. She was like so enamored.
He told me, he was just singing the praises too, and then he told me the price. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'll go
It's a car payment.
I will go.
It's insane.
I'll walk around the block and look
Right.
at the birds.
So to me, I grew up, there was a movie when I was a kid, it's called Rocky III. And that movie really dictates my life so much. I got made an imprint on me because you had Rocky, Virginia, that had just won the title. He's the champ of the world. He's training in this glorious gym, and he's not really focused. And meanwhile, his opponent is just he's in a basement, and it's dark, and it's
Clubber
all
Lang.
focus.
Clubber Lang.
Mr. T. You ever heard of Mr. T, Virginia?
I've heard of him, yes.
It is a mean, lean Mr. T that is training like that. And that was it. And I really think there's a lot to that in life. No matter what it is, it's not boxing, it's whatever. You can get fat and get loose and get pampered and you get soft like Charmin, or you can stay hard and you can stay focused. And Busybody's one of those kind of gyms. That's the gym where people who are serious about working out go.
Hey, woman. Why don't you get with a real man? That's what he says to him at the press conference. He calls out.
She's so impressed.
Oh, man, I was doing a little improv for you.
I felt like I was there.
Damn. Wow, I'm singing for my supper over here. I think you'd really love Rocky III. There's no way you'd like it.
Yeah. So we went into a Busybody on Friday. I'm like, I'm going to take it easy on Cannon. I won't get him too sore. And I knew, too, I hadn't worked out in a while. So I doubt it probably was about a 1 out of 10.
A 1 out of 10.
I would say 1 out of 10 on the scale of it. Yeah.
And you're hurting from that?
Yeah.
Damn.
I was. I just now can straighten my arm today. Yesterday, I couldn't even straighten my arm. And he's, of course, fine. So it's tough.
Covers a little bit.
You might be old like Aaron Rodgers.
No, and it's, it's been probably good 18 months since I've been seriously doing any kind of workans at all.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Because, as soon as you don't, go from doing nothing to something.
So
Am I really explaining this?
Yeah.
Thanks for explaining
Well,
workouts.
You're the fuck that's confused by it. Hey, you're sore after one. Yeah, he's sore after
He
one.
said he went a 1 out of 10. I mean, that's kind of a bitch workout.
Yeah, it
A
was.
1 out of
It
10
was.
made you sore?
Yeah.
Damn, Ross is a
It did.
bitch.
It did. No, it just goes to show you.
I'm going to
It's kinda
tell
like-
Kim to get a real man.
Yeah.
Man, don't feel bad. We went to the fair, and we were there for under an hour, and for 4 days, like, oh, my hamstring.
I'm so sore from walking to get elephant ears.
Yeah, all I did was walk to the food court.
Yeah.
I was sore from the fair.
I walked from the waffles to the elephant ears and got sore.
I'm like, oh, my hamstring. Oh, is that a ham hock? Yeah, believe me, I get it, dog. Don't listen to the witch.
I just know from hitting the pause button to starting back up again, whenever you start back into the gym, don't make the mistake of trying to go hard the first day. Walk into it or crawl into it. Walk and then run. But you got to build up a tolerance, and I did not. So, lesson learned. But I did get to see Jonathan there, and he emails all the time. Ran into him, and he came up, said, hey. And he said, I want to write in and see if you guys need help or a spot or anything. Just always let me know. He said, good to see you guys at the gym. I support you getting back into it. It's hard, I know, not easy, but I'm here to help if anything. P.S. Kev, your hair looks way better in person than on KVJ TV.
Okay.
And he said, I never knew you were this tall.
So he's kind of
He's
kinda
really just
blowing
he's
you.
kinda,
I
but he's
love
giving
it.
he's giving you disc
Fluffing me
compliments.
up.
Like, you look ugly on KVJ TV, but
I
it
look
looks great.
short and like I have terrible hair. So you got to, if you hate the way I look on KVJ TV, see me in person.
I'm not sure I like this kind of compliment. You look fucking terrible on screen,
Yeah.
but in person, bro, tries.
I'll take it. So thank you. Hope to see you again there very soon. See how it goes. We got some comments today. Man, the Do It Bitch threw a new thing out there that was stamped in. New timer is going to be on there. You'll get 10 seconds to figure out if you want to raise or call.
That was funny.
Kind of speed the game along a little bit.
Whatever, slippery bitch.
I could see. Well,
I
again,
looked down. Virginia's on about 45 seconds. I'm like, all right, we got to, because some people are like, you got to speed this up, Cav.
45, my ass.
well, she was. I feel like she was ramping into.
So can we do about a time before we hit the buzzer on that? I don't know if you guys can go back and check.
Well,
I was thinking.
she's ramping up telling a story, and I can already tell it was wrong, and it was about me. And so I'm getting annoyed. Now it's prolonging it. Now I have to correct her wrongness
Right.
and see what happens. It fucking derailed it. I think that's the moment she started talking about some wrong shit.
Got to get a time on that, yes. When Virginia was asked to raise her call to when we finally said, all right, Virginia, we got to do
It was
something.
like 20 seconds, maybe.
Y'all can't see each other, and I can see you not shutting the fuck up. And I'm seeing Kevin going, "Is she done talking yet?" And his face kind of snapped, and he just hits the
I'm like,
fucking.
all right, we got to
button.
move. We got to go.
Y'all can't see a lot
Gotta
of
get
shit.
this thing
I
going,
can
I
see
know.
everything.
Yeah. So anyway, there's another piece of controversy. Calling out Suits on this, and I called Dennys. I call out Dennys because the question was card issuers is one of the topics on Do It Bitch, and he said Visa and MasterCard, well, they don't issue cards. They're only a network for digital currency. So Suits sends a link in the chat, but it pretty much proves my point because I clicked on the link and I clicked Find Card, and it only refers to other banks to apply, like Chase, Capital One, Wells Fargo, not Visa directly with some MasterCard. So go Team Dennys and Suits -2, but I guess Suits will explain it that even if you give Henry the benefit of the doubt here, Dennys still cleared the bar.
Yeah, apparently when we counted it back, Dennys actually mentioned 9 with Visa and MasterCard. He needed 7. And the 2 ones that he made up at the end actually were both real. Credit First and First National both issue credit cards. So even if we took the Visa and the MasterCard out, which, I mean, look, to me, Visa and MasterCard, I don't know. I thought that would counted. But even if we give him that, there's still 7 of 7 that was needed.
I only counted 4.
I can't believe somebody emailed about that.
People were upset about that. I don't know.
They
To me,
were,
Visa
man.
and MasterCard, I don't know. You get Visas and MasterCards. I get that somebody gives you from a bank, but
Yeah.
still a Visa.
I thought Visa was not even a question asked. Of course, Visa, right?
I don't know.
I would have said.
Well, luckily,
Oh.
Dennys was just so good that it didn't even matter.
Plot twist: Virginia wrote that email. Boom!
Oh,
Damn,
my
conspiracy.
gosh, what?
That would be so funny.
What we got the most comments about was today's Am I the Jerk? This girl has been planning her wedding, and her fiance's mom has been going to a lot of the appointments. She got this wedding dress she's been saving up for a long time, cost her $3,000. She gets the wedding dress of her dreams, and as she's buying it, her fiance's mom's like, hey, do you mind if I try it on? Would you take some photos of me in it? And she's like, well... She's like, honestly, I want to be the first one to wear this. I want to save it for my wedding day, so no. So then she's out shopping for other stuff. She comes home to the apartment she shares with her fiance. He's acting all weird as she's trying to go to the bedroom. He's in the living room. She finally is like, whatever. She walks past him, goes into the room, and there is the fiance's mom trying on her wedding dress. And she flips out. She calls the mom a twisted bitch, and the mom and the son then leave, and the son calls and says, you need to apologize for calling my mom a twisted bitch. He's like, well, she needs to get me a new wedding dress. I told her specifically, no, don't try it on. And now I've just tried it on and it's like stretched out. Like I'm going to have to get this thing fixed.
I don't know if I said this on the regular air, but the son's a fuckface. Did I say that? I can't remember if I.
Probably
You
said,
probably didn't
yeah.
say it like that.
All right,
Yeah.
that's right.
So a lot of comments, I'll kind of jumble them all together here. But Lucy said, yeah, this girl's not wrong. Her mother-in-law crossed the line. Her fiance needs to man up. She said no. I can't believe she would go behind her back and do that. Just shows you how the marriage is going to go. Whoa. The mom gives me weird vibes, says Alberto. Something with her son. That's an odd thing.
Of course, it's odd.
It is weird vibes. It is peculiar. This mother's weird, but she might be messing with you and doing this on purpose.
Or she just might be weird. Sometimes people are just weird, man, and they don't Some people are weird, is all I'm saying.
True.
But you're right. There's some people that have vengeance in their heart and they want to see the world burn. But with that said, trust me when I say there's a lot of weird people out
The
there.
mother-in-law might not like you, and she's just doing whatever she can to kick up the drama.
No, it sounds like she's weird because the son's going along with her weirdness, almost as if this is not the first time he's had to go along with her weird plan before.
Right.
If this was about her trying to be a
He's
jerk,
probably like, Mom, don't do it. She's still doing it. She comes in like, oh my gosh.
I don't think it's about her not liking her. I think she's just a fucking lunatic.
It happens.
Did I call her a fucking lunatic on the? I can't remember.
You didn't say fucking. You can't say that. Dawn said, yeah, she's definitely a weird mom and needs to replace the dress. And if she doesn't, then the girl needs to break off the wedding. Yeah,
Isn't that too much weirdness? Why would you want to get involved before you took that plunge? Isn't that such a sign of not to get married?
It's a huge red flag, and this is really a great test. I think all relationships, at least up until you're married and even past, got to go through some tests, and this is a big one. And if they can't clear this test, then I agree with all these emails.
I'm all about forgiving people when they do weird shit or fuck up, but how do you ever forget that?
Yeah. Gloria said, look, this bomb's going to make your life miserable, and your fiance is going to keep allowing it. It's going to end up in a divorce. Run now. So
there's certain things you can't erase from the old memory that are going to just constantly... If this was Panda, this would be some shit you'd always bring up, especially if you got a couple drinks in you.
It'd be weird, but I think if you can team up with your husband and get him back on your page and you guys make fun of his weird mom that wants to wear your wedding dress, like you can still spin this if you and your husband are on the same page. It sounds like he's on team mom. And if that's the case, I don't think you should marry this guy.
Yeah. We think, oh, you can't, don't marry him.
this just in. Suits text, and he said, from when you asked Virginia for her guess and do it, bitch, to when you buzzed her out, 40 seconds.
Whatever.
Damn.
He's lying.
The numbers. Oh, so now Suits is lying?
Yep.
But I'm on your team. I'm fucking turning on you.
Yeah, bro. What's up with that?
I don't know, man. You're making me look bad.
Fighting for every point over here.
Christina said, yesterday you did that update for the woman who is having issues with her husband. If you missed that email, he was just forgetting the anniversary, doing things like that. She was getting resentful. He would oddly then do things that would be nice, like wash her car, but he wasn't very verbal with what was going on. And then we had found out as she was texting us. A lot of times people like doing that. They don't want to go on the radio and they want to still remain anonymous, so I'll tell them and they'll listen and they'll text to answer the questions because I know they're going to come up. And she
I get it.
Yeah, I do too. And you know, it works out very well because the texts go by through so quick that we answered all the questions, and she answered a big one because we would have needed an update. What about therapy? Because that's the path we were going down. Her husband had quit therapy, and that's where we'd said, well, look, if you've got somebody it takes two to tango to make a marriage work, and if he's not going to do that, it's not likely going to happen. So she talked to him, said, I need you to step up in the marriage, and there's some things that we both need to work on. Let's get back into therapy. He said, nah. He said, I know that I'm a flawed man, but I'm going to stay a flawed man. Let's get a divorce instead. And by the way, why don't you take your two daughters and move out of the house? And that's where she was like, oh my crap, like, because I don't have the money like you need now. It's crazy. You know, that's what's scary now about having to end a relationship is finding new housing. She doesn't have the money. And so people said, whoa, pump the brakes. Don't get out of the house. Stay in the house.
Do not go anywhere just yet. Consult an attorney.
I wouldn't have thought about that. Honestly, I probably would have been emotional. I probably would have packed up my stuff. Yeah, kids, let's go. And we'll figure it out. And yeah, it's awkward to stay in the house, but I think that really is right. So I'm glad we were able to say that. Because if she would have been like me, I probably would have just left. But Christina said, yeah, after I heard that email or you guys talking to her, I unfortunately am heading for a divorce too. 2 kids, and it really meant a lot for you guys to be there for her and support. I'm currently in foreclosure, and my ex got me fired last week and tried to get me to sign an agreement this past Sunday. I want to say something to her. Keep your head up and just focus on your kids and don't sign anything he gives you. And also happy birthday because he did all this to you on your birthday. Don't let him ruin your day.
Yeah, I mean, look, it sounds like this marriage is over. And this is unfortunately your reality. Now, you can be sad, but don't wallow in that sadness and don't make stupid decisions in that sadness. If he's trying to rush you out the house, hit the brakes, don't leave, and get a lawyer.
Mm-hmm. We also were talking about what it's like if you've been through and you're ahead of this process, where you've got the divorce, you got yourself back together, maybe you got that post-divorce bod going on, new little outfit, and you kind of want to get back in the game because you spent enough time alone. So what is it like when you get back into the dating world, and some advice? I think this comment has to do reference to that, some of the advice that we've given there. It just says, title, Virginia is wrong. Whoever has you on WhatsApp does have your actual number, is what that was.
Damn.
Oh, all right.
Everybody calling from app hole.
Because, I know somebody had said that they had got back into the dating game, got a stalker out of it. And part of their advice, you can go back and listen to the whole segment, but there's some good stuff in there. I remember she said get like a Google number. And the other thing I thought was interesting, I didn't know, was when you're doing a dating profile on a dating website, your photo, don't use a photo you've used on your social media, because they'll be able to use that to link back to your socials.
Yeah, just do the old-fashioned way. Meet him at a dive bar.
Send him a dick pic.
No, do not do that. Dick pics, unsolicited dick pics are just so aggressive and wrong.
I know. I send them to you all the time.
Hate it. You send me some fucked up stuff sometimes. So where I go, I actually have to delete it, and then I get mad at you. Like, what the fuck, dude? If you get a dude out of me, that means I'm mad.
Sorry, just keeping it spicy.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I don't want that. I don't want, you need a spicy lady. No, I do not. Do not want a spicy personality in my life. I got enough of that shit all
You want
around.
some boring bitch.
Man, I just don't want.
As vanilla as they get.
I just get off my ass. Whoever comes into my life, get off my ass.
We also were talking about what is annoying or odd that people will brag about today. Drinking too much, working too hard, sleeping too little, things like that. And this comment says, you know what? I can't stand when women brag about how many compliments they get. Oh. My girlfriend does this. She'll be like, so this woman just came up to me and said, you are so gorgeous. I mean, you're so beautiful. I don't get it. And I hear these comments all the time, or some dude's like going, you're like the hottest babe ever, man. I just don't even know. I mean, is she making these up, or why does she even feel like she needs to tell me this?
It was, look, man, I think that's a red flag of a situation. I have gone through this before, and I'm just saying, the person that does that loves drama and loves attention. You don't have to tell everybody that everyone's pining over you and that dudes are always hitting on you and how everyone wants you. It comes off tacky. It comes off weird. And I think it's a major red flag.
If anything, you should do the opposite. And if somebody innocuously hits on you in Starbucks or compliments you at the gym, you don't tell your partner about that, because you don't want your partner to be insecure.
Especially if this person's a repeat offender of always doing that to you. Say, oh my God, Jake at Starbucks, totally. I mean, he loves my tits. He told me he loves my tits.
It makes you look so stupid and desperate and like, oh, look, everyone likes me. Everyone likes me. You should like me more. Like, it's a weird look, girls.
And
I see a lot of girls doing this to guys.
I
don't ever see Panda coming home talking about all the girls that flirted with him.
Well, guy or girl, I just think it's something to, especially if you're in a relationship, and if you're an attractive person, you get hit on. Okay, everyone probably knows you're gonna get thrown some compliments. I just have seen it done before, where it's designed just to kind of stir the pot and be annoying and try to get a rise out of people. I don't know.
Yeah. It's not a good choice.
I think you got to be careful.
Got a comment here from Melody. She said, I will never understand why you guys don't have covered drinks in your studio since you're always spilling stuff. Virginia today had a monumental, huge tumbler gusher.
The biggest Tervis it's filled to the brim and knocked my phone over.
Kaboom, huh?
There was many victims. Mm-hmm. My laptop, my iPhone, my Nards.
I was still wet till the second dirt of the day.
Yeah, maybe we all need just baby bottles or something, I guess, to drink out of in here.
I've lost the top of my sippy cup.
Oh, is that what happened? That's why yours isn't covered?
My sippy cup cover is gone. I lead the league in spilling, so I can't ever get mad at you for spilling shit.
I was just trying too much.
The nerve of me to ever get mad at somebody for spilling anything. I mean, come on.
Tyler wanted to give Bird a shout out for the best Dunkin' commercials. He is the reason I put hash browns in my breakfast sandwiches.
Aw, that's
like
adorable.
That. Send it to corporate, Tyler. Thank you.
And Chuck GPT, you were asking about Quicksand. Is it really as lethal as what they kind of make it? Sometimes it's a movie trope that they've used, at least back in the day. And he said, look, if you ever find yourself in quicksand, it's crucial to remain calm.
Dead.
Struggling vigorously can often worsen the situation by causing you to sink deeper. The best course of action is to try to float on your back or gradually move your way to solid ground by slowly and steadily wiggling your legs or using a flotation device if available. It's always advisable to seek immediate assistance if you or someone else you know becomes trapped in quicksand, often found all over the world where they have loose, saturated sand and a high water table. So it could be marshes, riverbanks, beaches, even coastal areas. So it's not just like always the jungle like they have it.
I want to go in quicksand so bad. I really want to get out in the rough, straight up Everglades. I want to feel nature. I want to get bit by something. I want my Everglades story.
Dead by Christmas.
I love that name for something. Well, our new Snack Pack album's going to be Death by Snacks. It kind of goes in with the whole, that could be our Christmas song. Dead by Christmas. I don't hate that.
It's a pick-me-up.
Yeah.
Alex said, I know Virginia has gotten on Bird's ass about his last couch. Well, my wife and I bought a couch and absolutely hate it. It's been a year, so there's no returning it now. We would prefer a sectional like what Kevin has. Where did Kevin get that from? Any other affordable but decent sectional couches? I don't even know where we got it, to be honest
I think
with
you got that at Pottery Barn.
Did we?
You got the big square one with all
Yeah.
the pieces. So if you put all the pieces together, Kevin's sofa turns into one big giant super bed square.
Yes.
But you can separate it out too and make it into like a sectional. It's like L shape or like U shape. Like you got that at Pottery Barn because your wife showed me in the magazine.
Okay.
It's nice. And it's not cheap because, you know, it's
Yeah.
expensive. Pottery Barn is not cheap.
Right. I do remember her saying that it wasn't cheap, but we've had it at least a minimum of 15 years now because I got photos of him on that couch when he was just a infant.
I'm not going to lie. That couch goes off.
It's good.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's good.
You have an amazing
I
couch.
do love it, yeah, because you can't move it around and change it and do all kinds of different stuff with it.
I basically, I feel like I have cactus inside of my spine and back. Your couch is like butter.
Yeah, it is good.
It's very nice.
Yeah, it is nice. So what? Yeah.
And it's broken in too.
Yeah.
I mean, 15 years of wear and tear and kids. Like, that thing is probably like so you sink into it.
That would be one of my mama rules. I don't know if you have mama rules where your mom will always say, hey, I remember things that stuck out. She always said, buy the best furniture you can afford. She said that was one thing because if you buy the cheap stuff, it keeps breaking. It's not nice. You will save money in the long run and you'll like it a lot more as you have it. So that's, I guess, something not to skimp on.
It's a good tip.
Mom always told me not to trust a man in a van with a mustache. I think equally a very good tip.
You could have stopped that man.
Did she ever say this in front of your dad who has a mustache?
He didn't drive a van.
Okay.
And yes, she would pretty much say anything in front of him.
Okay.
That's why he's broken.
Why do you think he'd always stare out the window looking like
The woman just sat there in front of me.
just a broken man? You asked my dad a question and then 20 minutes, hey Dad, where are we going to lunch? 20 minutes later, IHOP. All right, my dad went somewhere mentally. Dad, where'd you go?
Carla, she sent us a very nice email. She's been a devoted listener for years. As she said, I've never written in, but you guys have accompanied my kids and I on trips to school and later solo on my commute to work. 3 years ago, we moved to the west coast of Florida. And we say, I know.
Come back.
You said the radio stations around here are subpar, to say the least. Uh-oh.
We know. We worked over there for a little while.
We were subpar.
We were subpar when we were there.
The only things I missed from South Florida are a couple of friends and the KVJ show. As you're aware, Hurricane Idalia brought quite the storm surge to our area. But they had gone through it. They lost about 90% of their personal belongings, furniture, my car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
From Idalia?
I guess so.
No.
Yeah, so, anyway, the adrenaline's finally wearing off of the whole experience. Physical, mental, emotional exhaustion is starting to set in. It's going to be a long road ahead, but I know we're going to get through this. But yesterday, I want to let you know I was needing a good laugh, and I thought, man, I really missed the KVJ show. And I asked Alexa to play your show. Alexa, play the KVJ show. And lo and behold, she did. If only I thought to have asked sooner. I don't know why I never did. Needless to say, I did it at the right time because I needed a good laugh, and you all delivered, just as you have done all those years prior. You'll be with me once again as we rebuild. Thank you, Carla.
Oh, Carla. What a sweet email.
Very kind.
You are in our prayers. Oh, that breaks my heart that you lost so much stuff.
But
Fuck
a good lesson.
hurricanes. I hate hurricanes. Fuck them.
Yeah, I'm looking at the calendar, and we're 2 days past the peak. And we got that other storm. It's a Cat 3 that's out there churning around, but it looks like it's
Hurricane
going to
Lee.
go north.
Yeah, they're saying that might hit the New England area.
Yeah, right.
Holy crap, they're not ready.
No, and they just got nailed last night. They had some really nasty storms that rolled through. I was mainly watching the Monday Night Football just kind of on Twitter and just seeing what was going on. And I saw that. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Because, it was 9/11. It's New York. And they had some great tributes and everything else that was going on there. So I was watching all that, and I saw Aaron Rodgers go running out with the American flag, the spotlight on him, and the hype around him coming out and playing. And, the stadium was just electric. It was just absolutely unreal. So I was following all that.
And then he forgot he was old, and he got sacked and remembered.
Oh, I was so stunned. I saw that. I'm like, wait, what? Because I saw that on the cart, and then they had clips of Peyton Manning and Eli watching. Like, oh my gosh, what is going on? They're taking Aaron Rodgers off on a cart after 4 plays. Both he and his brother played quarterback in the NFL, so they know that's not a good look.
No,
when
that's
you're leaving on a cart.
bad.
Yeah, and then, people, of course, are leaving tweets, and I saw this one tweet. Patrick Mahomes, the quarterback of the Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
He just tweeted out right after it happened. He said, hate that man. And I'm like, that's terrible timing. And then he tweeted a couple minutes later, he's like going, damn, if there's ever a time I needed a comma. Hate that man. But he wrote like he hated Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, what a dick. The guy has probably a career-ending injury, and that's the time you tweet out, hate that man. Like, what an asshole. It's amazing what a comma can do, huh?
Yeah,
oh my God.
it is.
One letter, any of that.
Just any of that kind of stuff. So he was quick to correct that because people were on him going, you're a dickhead.
Come on.
You get a chance to go on a road trip with Aaron Rodgers or Mr. Rogers. Who do you pick?
I'm actually picking Aaron Rodgers.
You would?
Yeah, that I watched all the Hard Knocks, and he just seems, and he had the story with the alien, all that. He's just a chill, open-minded guy.
And he's got good drugs.
Yeah, he's going to be, he's going to make sure this vacation's real sweet.
Well, and he just, he sounds like the kind of guy you could have a conversation. You could have an opinion and express your opinion. He's not going to be like, man, he's not going to get abrasive with you. He'll listen. And it'd be like, okay, all right.
Is your fear with Mr. Rogers just too vanilla of a trip?
I don't think he'd be very exciting. I think it'd be like, what?
That would be the only reason why. I think me and Aaron Rodgers would have fun just because of what I don't know. He just has a better vibe.
Well, Aaron Rodgers, he's bagged quite a few famous chicks. I think it'd be fun to hear about his conquests.
Yeah.
He likes celebrity girls.
He's had a few.
Yeah.
He has had a few. So, yeah, he seems like a pretty cool dude. I really do wish him the best. It's really devastating. It's very sad, how much time effort you put into that, and, Jets fans and all that. So hopefully it's good, but nobody's expecting it to be. So
he's making money either way.
He is, but, I think for him, he's made the dollars he needs to make. I think he's good. I think he just wanted to have, the story. being in
Sure.
New York. But, he's got a Super Bowl. He's all good. Talk to Dan Marino. He don't have Super Bowl.
Real quick though about Mr. Rogers on the road trip.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it would be awful, and I feel like it would be. I don't feel like it would be wholesome, but I think you could still get a little buzz and chill, and you could be yourself in front of Mr. Rogers.
He's not going to pull out a great bag of mushrooms.
He's
though.
not, but I don't think it would be an awful trip. Is all I'm saying. I
Sure.
think both would be good trips.
Really?
You might get a TED Talk.
With Mr.
Rogers
and learn something.
Yeah,
and and I feel like he would accept you because I've seen how you get drunk sometimes. If you started getting all crazy and loud and obnoxious, Mr. Rogers would be like, oh, that's just what she's doing. I'll be kind to her. Yeah,
You think so?
I do. I don't think Mr. Rogers would call you out.
You don't think so?
I don't.
he should, but he won't.
Should. Yeah.
He'd just sit there and take it?
I think he'd try to be polite.
Okay. All right. Interesting thoughts. If you ever have any, you can go on ahead and hit us up with your emails and comments. A lot of those came from the WRMF app as well, where you can listen to KVJ anywhere on planet Earth. Download it for free and leave us those comments or go to mail@kvjshow.com. Y'all have a good day. Talk to you later. Goodbye.